working for you in high definition. This is Channel 4 News at 10.
Nashville is the place to be tonight, but football fans at two big games and music lovers here for a show all had to dodge stormy weather. Good evening and welcome to Channel 4 News at 10. We already knew it would be a busy night downtown.
Yeah, with the Live on the Green concert, Vanderbilt's home football game, of course the Titans' final preseason showdown, thousands of folks were outside. And storms added a few challenges most did not expect. We're going to begin at LP Field, where the Titans game was not just about football tonight. A veteran from Fort Campbell got the surprise of his life, a new home. Channel 4's Nancy Amons watched it all unfold, and she joins us live.
And everybody here got to watch it unfold on the Jumbotron. This was a family from Bethpage. He's a soldier who was wounded, and he had a hard time moving around in his house because it wasn't wheelchair accessible. Well, tonight he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Sergeant First Class Joe James knew he was getting a game ball, but it turned out to be much more. A house paid for, no mortgage.
I thank God for this opportunity for my family. This is amazing. I don't know what to say.
Joe is a double amputee. He lost his legs in an IED attack in 2008. Joe served 4 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Thank you. Thank you.
The military gave him a Bronze Star.
We're getting a home.
Operation Finally Home gave him a new house in Hendersonville, partnering with LP Building Products and Goodall Homes.
This is completely unexpected. Wow.
Operation Finally Home has provided 135 homes in 26 states to veterans like Joe.
What a great day to be able to surprise another deserving soldier with a home.
This is something I would never have been able to get on my own, and just someone to bless so big to my family. It's awe-inspiring.
Thank you for your sacrifice. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I got a ball and a house.
He got a ball and he got a house. It's going to be a full house soon, too, because he and his wife, Jaren, they have 2 girls now. They're expecting another little girl. Reporting live downtown, Nancy Amons, Channel 4 News.
What a great ending. Of course, we didn't neglect coverage of the actual game. Chris Harris will have highlights and the wrap-up coming up a little later in sports.
Where's he at? They said he was all right up there. Where's he at?
A heartbreaking scene at Normandy Lake on the Bedford-Coffee County line Sunday as a father finds out his son, 18-year-old Todd Zills, drowned while swimming with friends.
We heard help, and we turned around. We didn't think it was Todd, and then we heard it again and looked back, and Todd went under.
Jeremy Tucker is one of 14 swimming from one side of the lake to the other when tragedy struck. These boys were ahead of Zills, who apparently had started back to shore, but say they didn't realize their friend was in trouble. Zill's body was found in 7 feet of water, but there was another factor. Authorities say the water temperature was just 67 degrees.
It's probably hard to breathe because I know I was having problems breathing out there, and it was cold, and it was a lot further swim than we thought it was.
Zills, who's being remembered as a fun-loving teen, always willing to help a friend, was preparing to receive his diploma from Shelbyville Central High School. Austin Lange says he keeps playing the scene over and over in his mind, hearing Zills say help and then seeing his friend slip beneath the water.
If he could have swam like another 5 or 10 feet forward, he would have for sure been able to touch. Like, I thought he was touching, but I mean, if he drowned, I don't know. But like literally, he was right there. He was close.
A heartbreaking start to summer and a chilling reminder of just how dangerous this type of swimming can be.
We got a 2010 Dodge Charger traveling north on Old Murfreesboro Highway. It's coming down the road, traveled off the right side of the roadway into a ditch line, come across Tennessee Hills Lane campground up here, and struck an embankment and just overturned.
We're working on it right now.
He was trapped inside the vehicle.
I was coming around the corner, I seen the headlights, and as I got closer, I seen the vehicle was upside down. I stopped to see if he needed assistance. He was conscious, complaining about his back. He went unconscious. I called 911 immediately, went to the corner to try to flag down the police officers and the ambulances when they got here. And I just came back to make sure he was okay.
Right now, the crash is still under investigation. A lot of variables we don't know yet, and we're going to continue to investigate it and come to a conclusion, hopefully soon.
Well, music also filled the Bourbon Street Blues and Boogie Bar in Printers Alley for the 31st annual Musicians Reunion. The event is a pet project of blues icon Marion James, often called the Queen of Soul. The goal is to benefit musicians in need, among other charities. Channel 4's photojournalist Jason Maxwell takes us there.
Nashville's blues legacy.
Started this out 30-some years ago. This is my 31st anniversary with this musicians reunion. To have this function because I usually have it every year, you know. So this year I was determined I was going to try to get it together.
It always amazes me how the blues can lift you up. You know, it's not just depressing, it can lift you up and make you feel great.
This is my whole life. I wouldn't do nothing else.
A lot of dancing, huh? Folks had fun.
I don't know what to say. It's so overwhelming. I hope that everything's good for my kids through this. Because they lost the best daddy.
From a hospital bed in Manchester, Amy Floyd talks about the crash that killed her husband Stacy, injured their oldest daughter, and put her in the hospital. The family was riding down narrow Oak Hill Road near their home when a van driven by a local nurse hit Stacy from behind, setting off a chain reaction that sent the entire family careening into a ditch.
And I just remember hearing what sounded like a gun going off or a tire blowing. And I remember glancing over and just seeing parts flying towards me. And the next thing I remember the rear view mirror off the vehicle flying past my head.
Minutes later, with his wife who crawled to him and his children at his side, Stacy Floyd took his final breath. The driver of the van says she was blinded by the afternoon sun.
In that time of day, if you're traveling west, that sun is low and it's dangerous.
Amy Floyd says she lost a loving partner and her children a devoted father. She says it's a miracle that she and the kids survived the crash and believes her husband is watching over them still. Floyd says she and Stacy and their children shared a special love she believes comes only once in a lifetime.
All I can think about is we were blessed every minute we had with him. We're so lucky to have had every day. I don't know where we go from here.
The Bible says angels are attendants of God, heavenly helpers, if you will, and that some of them are sent to earth to help us.
Maybe the single best verse in the Bible about angels is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 14, which says, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?"
Robert Morgan is senior pastor at Donaldson Fellowship and the author of a new book on angels. He says the Bible contains 234 separate passages of Scripture on the subject. Morgan says angels are very real.
So there are times, I think, when angels provide for us and when they protect us in ways that we don't know a great deal about sometimes. We may not even know about it.
Chris Golden is a professional musician. He believes he was touched by an angel just over a year ago while he was on the road singing and playing drums on the Oak Ridge Boys Christmas tour. He should have been on top of the world, but before a show in Cerritos, California, Golden says he was at rock bottom.
I felt like the evil one was working on me. I was in a really low spot in my life. I was missing home. I missed my family.
Alone on a dark stage, depressed over unfulfilled dreams of being a headliner himself, Golden says he was approached by a man who knew exactly what to say.
He said, "Stop playing for the ones that write your check," he said, "and stop playing for the people that pay really good money to see the guys that write your check." He said, "Play for the one that gave you the gift."
Golden wrote that advice on the skin of his drum, and he rewrites it every time a skin is replaced. Chris says he'll never forget the rush that came over him that day, or the question he asked the stranger.
"Are you an angel?" And he smiled at me, and he kind of shook his head, and he said he was a messenger. He felt led to tell me that.
In May 1995, I was diagnosed with an aneurysm, a massive aneurysm.
Monica Frost of Gallatin says her angel experience came in the hospital while she recovered from brain surgery. During her difficult recovery, Frost says a woman with long black hair was always at her bedside. When she was ready to go home, Frost wanted to say thank you, only to be told there is no nurse with long dark hair.
It was just so amazing. You get chills just to talk about it, because for some reason she was there. I had so much peace. It was just like I was perfectly taken care of.
In Psalm 91, there's a verse that says, "He will station His angels around you to guard you in all of your ways."
I believe in angels.
It was an experience I never forgot, never got over.
Joy Reinhardt's angel story came on a snowy winter's night in Williamson County. The pilot light on the heater had gone out and her home was filling with gas. Reinhardt says her mother was awakened by what she thought was Joy's voice saying, "Wake up, we have to get out." But Joy was in the next room, unconscious, near death from the fumes.
And I was not in her room. I was out cold. She had a hard time waking me up. And something you never forget.
Pastor Morgan believes angels are more common than we think.
And I think that there are unseen armies of angels around God's children to protect them. And maybe only after we get to heaven will we realize all the things that they did for us and have done for us in this world.